Hey, what is going on, you guys? I'm Mr. Influenced, and in this video I will be teaching you guys how to use the Bybit derivatives exchange to trade Bitcoin and a few other cryptocurrencies using leverage to maximize the potential of your profits even if you don't have that much Bitcoin. My community and I have been using this exact platform for all of our past trades, and we made hundreds, even thousands of percentage gains. And honestly, you can too. You don't need a crazy balance. You just need to know the right techniques and be well educated. So keep watching this video if you guys want to learn how to trade on Bybit. Also, at the end of this video, I will be announcing how to enter my $100 Bitcoin giveaway. So stay tuned and let's get right into it. Now I have to make myself a little smaller just so you guys can see everything that's going on here. Oop, I think that's small enough. Can you guys still hear me? All right, let's get into the video. All right, so obviously before you even start trading, you need some type of balance. So in order to deposit Bitcoin or the other cryptocurrencies that are available on Bybit, you have to go on this right side corner right here after you create an account. And before you create an account, make sure you guys use the referral code in my description, because only using my referral code can you get a $90 bonus on your first Bybit deposit. So let's say you're depositing whatever, half a Bitcoin, you're getting $90 extra, even though half a Bitcoin is way more than, you know what I mean, it's still $90 for free, which is great. And for those that just want to sign up for now, also use my code and then you can get $10 for free, I believe, just by following them on Twitter and doing something else, which is super easy. So there you go, there's your first little balance. But other than that, you want to click this right hand corner side and hit my assets. Once you're on my assets, you want to go to the cryptocurrency that you want to deposit. So we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, EOS, XRP, and US dollar Tether. Now USDT is a new feature, and there actually is a BTC to USDT trading pair on here now. But we're gonna make a whole separate video. Just disregard I even said that. So what you want to do is click deposit on either one, Bitcoin, Ethereum, EOS, or XRP. Usually we do Bitcoin. Well, almost all the time we do Bitcoin. Unless obviously you want to trade some Ethereum or some EOS. Like let's say you think that EOS or XRP or Ethereum is gonna go down, you want to short sell it, then you want to deposit that cryptocurrency. But for this example, we're going to be using Bitcoin. For the majority of the times we're going to be using Bitcoin. So click deposit, and just like any other exchange, you get a screen like this. You get your deposit address or you get a QR code, and yeah, that's pretty much it. You deposit your money, you wait till you get it, and then you're gonna see a balance, and then you go up here and you scroll over BTC USD perpetual, and now you have your graph, you have your order book, you have your recent trades, you have your positions, you have all this cool little stuff. But now if you're a first time user, you might be like, holy crap, am I even gonna be able to do this? Yes, you are going to be able to do this, don't worry. It's not as complicated as it seems. So first off, you have your chart on the left hand side. Now this chart is based on Tradingview, and for all my charting I use Tradingview as my number one go-to spot. So if we go here, we'll get our full featured chart, and bam, we have our chart. So this is where you want to be doing your technical analysis, all the knowledge that you have about the markets. This is where you want to put it into play, draw your lines, check your moving averages, all that good stuff. I'm going to be making a video on Tradingview and what you should have set up in the coming days, but I will be leaving a link in the description to Tradingview, because if you guys use my referral link to make an account and you guys upgrade to Pro eventually, which gives you tons of extra features, it's not really needed, but you can, then you guys get a $30 bonus, which is cool. You might as well have something later on if you are gonna upgrade. If you want to continue trading as a potential job, you can say, then you need something like Tradingview. So might as well get 30 bucks free next time. So yeah, this is where you're gonna do all your charting. Just letting you guys know, same chart, it's just you can't really do much on here. So yeah, you look at the chart, you figure out what you want to do, what is happening. The order book right here shows you the current seller's price and the current buyer's price. That's all you need to know for that, and the quantity of it. And then over here on our right side is where we have everything that we really need to execute a trade. So this is the important stuff. So what makes Bybit different from other exchanges is the fact that you can use leverage to trade. So leverage is pretty much borrowing money. So you're using borrowed money to trade with. So let's say you have 1 Bitcoin deposited, right? And you're just gonna you think Bitcoin's gonna go up, so you're longing Bitcoin. That's what you call, that's what a long is. A long is when you think the market is gonna go up, and shorting is down. So long is up, shorting is down. Simple as that. So let's say you think Bitcoin is gonna go up. You have your 1 Bitcoin and you're holding your 1 Bitcoin, and Bitcoin goes up, let's say $700, right? So you profited $700. Now with Bybit and leverage, when you use your 1 Bitcoin, and let's just say we're going to go to the most riskiest thing. Now you're going to go to 100x leverage. So now what Bybit is doing is allowing you to trade with 100 Bitcoin instead of 1 Bitcoin. So now when Bitcoin goes up $700, you're no longer making $700. If you have 100x trade opened and Bitcoin goes up $700, I'm just going to do the quick calculation in my head. I already did it. You're going to have 7 Bitcoin at the end of the trade when you close that trade, just by Bitcoin going up $700. That's what leverage is giving you the potential to do. And how you do the math on that is pretty much, it was easier for me to explain with 100x leverage and 1 Bitcoin, because when you're using 100x leverage, every $100 that Bitcoin goes up, you're making 100%. Now there's a whole calculator for this on Google if you guys want to ever check it out, but you're going to be sticking, well, obviously you do want a calculator, and I'll probably just leave a link in the description to that as well, so you guys can calculate. But same thing, like if we go down to 50x, then with that 1 Bitcoin, you're being able to trade with 50 Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin goes up $700, you're going to have 3.5 Bitcoin at the end of the trade, because that's the maths, and I just did it in my head. And yeah, but yeah, so this is pretty much how much times your money you want to use. You want to really stay away from the 150x and 25x and even 10x in the beginning as a beginner trader, because it's really risky, and we're going to get into that in a second. But in fact, let me continue with the 100x. So the reason why 100x is very risky is because if Bitcoin goes up $700, yes, your 1 Bitcoin is now 7 Bitcoin or around that, because obviously there's fees and stuff. But if Bitcoin turns around and goes down $100, then you lost that whole, you lose your whole 1 Bitcoin. That's the risk that you're putting up with this 100x leverage. Now there is this feature called a stop loss, where you can avoid getting liquidated, because you losing your money is called a liquidation. That's you being liquidated, you're losing your whole balance. But yeah, but as a beginner trader, stay away from the 100x. So we're gonna go more into the stop loss thing in a second. So let's just say you're gonna go. We can now zoom. Oh, yeah, we can now zoom out. So all right, so we're looking at the graph right now, and just from me looking at this, I'm just gonna say I think it might go. Let's just say it might go down, right? I think it's gonna go down. So we want to short sell it. So just for an example with this, just so you guys can see how risky 100x is, um, we're gonna pick out. We're gonna do 100x. We're gonna do $10, and we're gonna do it so we get it instantly. If you want to get your order instantly, let me just show you over here. If you want to get your order instantly, if you're short selling, you want to go to a number that's lower than the first or second one of these so you could get it instantly. And if you're buying long, then you want to buy for one of these. Just don't go for the first or the second in the order book. So yeah, we're going 100x, $10, and we're gonna go for the price 6755. And to execute your order, you're gonna press sell short, and now you get this screen right here. Boom. So the first thing on here is take profit. So you have the availability to click this, and you can pick whether you want to take profit when you make 25%, 50%, 75%, 100%, 200%, whatever. Now, this is not necessary. You do not have to pick where you want it. You could just leave it at that. This is the stop loss feature that I was telling you about. So you can say you want to have Bybit close the trade for you when you lose 5%, or if you lose 15%, 25%, 50%, and so on. A lot of ways to find a good stop loss is by, once you learn your technical analysis and everything, usually your resistance line or support line is going to be where your stop loss should be around. But that's a whole nother video. Possibly might be making a course in the future to teach you guys how to trade. We'll see. But after that, we're not going to do any of these. We're just going to go confirm. Ooh. All right. So it says the current leverage is too high. There is a high risk of immediate liquidation. Please adjust your position. Okay. So we're just going to go. We have to, okay. So short, confirm, boom. And our order is submitted. Now you can see that since I used 100x leverage, boom, and I put in $100, really all I put up, as you can see over here, is $1.07. That's all I put up. So now we're just sitting, and we don't have a stop loss set right now. So right now it is very dangerous for us. And if this does not go down and it goes up and it hits this liquidation price right here, which is 6789, which is only right here. So if Bitcoin just turns around and goes right over here, I lose this whole position. This gets liquidated, I lose my money, and that's it. So that's the risk involved in using 100x. Now, obviously, if you're a day trader, you're not going to be doing stuff like this. So let's just close that position right there, confirm, and boom. So let's do something smarter. So now we're going to do 10x leverage, and we're just going to say we're going to use, let me zoom in. Over here, you have the ability to choose how much of your balance you want to use. So we're just going to go use our 25% of our balance at 10x leverage, and we're gonna sell short. Boom. Now we're not gonna do any take profit. We are gonna put a stop loss at 25% for right now. That's pretty high, but just for the sakes of this video, I'm going to put it there because I'm going to show you guys how to change it. So as you guys can see, we have a 2000, let me show you guys down here so you can see, a $2,224 contract open. So that's the quantity of our trade. Now if you can see over here, it says 223. Since I'm using 10x leverage, that's the amount that I'm actually using of my balance. I'm trading with 2,224, but this is what I'm using because I'm using 10x leverage. Now, as you guys can see, with a lower leverage, you have a way safer liquidation price. So my liquidation price on this short is all the way at 7,466. So I would have to zoom out in order to even show you guys this, but my liquidation price is all the way up here. So you see how much safer you are just having that smaller leverage. You're much safer, and there's a way to even get safer than that. So, which is the stop loss, of course. But if you want to change your stop loss, now let's say you placed a short, we're up 0.4%, we're up almost $1. Let's go back to the graph. We want to see where the graph is. Let's say that you don't want to risk any more than this price right here, 6,770, right? So in order to change that, you would go right here, click on the little pencil button, and change your stop loss. So you can change it to whatever you like. What price was that? 6,771. 6,771. Confirm. And now as you can see, your stop loss is changed. So that's how you can change your stop loss from place to place. Let me just put it at 6,802. Just leave it there for now. And now in order for you to, now let's say since we're shorting, we're up, as you can see, we're in the positive, we want to sell, we can either limit or market sell. Market sell, it will sell instantly. Limit sell, you will be asked to put in a price and put in an amount that you want to sell. You could do 1/4, 1/3, 1/2, all of it, and then boom, you choose your price, your close price. So obviously you're going to come up with that when you're getting into the trade. You don't want to go into a trade blind. You want to know where you want to get out and where you want to have your stop loss. You want to have all that ready before you even get into a trade, because without that, honestly, you're not doing any good trading. You need to be ready with trading if you want to be successful. So let's just say I want to close this now. We're going to go limit. What's the current price? The current price is at, if you want to look at the current price, you have it right here. Can we zoom in? You have it right here, 6,759. This is the market price. So we want to sell it at limit. We're going to sell it at 6,557. 6,5. I mean, you get what I'm saying. 6,757. Oh no, that's the stop loss. Oops, sorry. 6,757. 6,757. And we're gonna do all, confirm. And now when it hits that price, it's gonna automatically sell off for me. But if you see that in a short, if you see that you're already up like 100% and it's moving quick, sometimes you might want to hit that market price, confirm all, and get rid of the position very fast. Just outright there, sell it for the market price, which is, like I said, this price right over here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all for selling short, buying. Now buying long, same thing. Let's say you want a long, let me just do a smaller amount. let's say we want a long 25x leverage. So we would choose, and when we're buying long, you want to look at the sell book. So I mean the buy book, I mean the sell book. Yes, I'm sorry, I was right the first time. So 6761 will put, since you don't want to follow one of these unless it's like here it's large enough for it to fill your order, but you can see how fast it could change up. So we want to buy long, quantity 100. Boom, we have our order placed. Now as you can see, I put 100 US dollars, but I clicked 25x leverage, so I'm really only using $4 out of my own balance. I'm hoping you guys are understanding this whole leverage thing. I know it's very hard to understand, but I think I did my best to explain to you guys. And yeah, to close it, mark it, confirm when you're satisfied with the percentages. That's all you do. Now, I'm just gonna show you guys a little bit of what we made on here before. So as you can see over here, we made 472. Let me bring myself back a little bit now. We made 472% here, which was an absolutely crazy day. This was on a short too, which means that the price was going down and we were making money. Over here we have one of our members of our community. He made 1.4 Bitcoin with a trade, 316%. Here I have 103%. Here 76%, 108%, 63%, and yeah, 472%. These are not small numbers. Like these are, oh no, we have way more. We have 141%, boom, 208%, 109%. You guys get the deal. And a lot of these are shorts. A lot of times we're doing this as the market is falling. A lot of times I just think it's easier for me. It depends what you prefer. If you're better at trading long or if you're better at trading short. Like obviously I just made a tutorial on how to use a platform. I do want to show you guys one more thing before I even leave the whole Bybit thing and get into the whole giveaway situation. So another thing you can do on Bybit is, I'm going to show you in what type of scenario you would use this in. So let's say that we have a chart, right? Let's say we have a chart, and let's say that you want to, this time, you know what, I keep making examples with a short, so I'm gonna make an example with a long. So on Bybit there's a feature where you can do this. So let's say you want to get in on a trade, on a long trade, when the price breaks out right here, right? A certain level, let's say it would be $7,000, $8,000. That's where you want to place a trade. That's where you want to go long with 10x leverage, 25x leverage, whatever it is, and you want to make that money. So you got your price, this price over here, it's 7,100, let's say. So over here you have the option to press conditional, and let me just zoom in for you guys so you can see better. Boom, we have conditional, and now you have 25x leverage. Let's say the trigger price, this is the price, what price did we say? 7,100. And you could either choose market price or limit price, and trigger price, yeah, same thing pretty much. Boom, you pick your quantity. Let's just say, yep, 100 is fine, or you could do 25%, 50%, 100% of your balance. For the sakes of this video, we're gonna do 100, and you click buy long, and now we get another little screen. This is just a confirmation window, so you can see at the price 7,100 we will buy a position of 0.14 BTC at 25x leverage. Confirm, and you will buy 100 BTC USD contracts at 7,100. And if you go to your conditional orders right here at the bottom, that's where you find it, and that's opened. So when the price goes to that 7,100 mark, as you guys can see, it's on your chart already. That's the trigger price. You will get into a long position, and that position will be open. The only problem with these orders is you can't set a stop loss. So once you're in that position, let's say from 7,100 the price goes up to 7,300, great, you're making awesome money. But then it goes down, like let's say you were sleeping, then it goes down to 6,900. You might get liquidated and lose your whole money because you didn't even realize that you got into the trade. So with conditional orders, you really want to be careful, and watch when you get your trade, and then set your stop loss. You never want to be in a trade without a stop loss, because the last thing you want to do is get liquidated. Because even with using 100x, you can still, let me go back to the thing. Even with a 100x leverage, let's say we want to buy long, I'm gonna do 100 USD buy long. Even with 100x leverage, it's better for you to do something like this. Look, so your liquidation price right now is 6,725, right? It's better for you to go set a stop loss even right before that liquidation price, 6,720, and you lose 57%. Let me make sure you guys see that. You lose 57% instead of your whole balance. You see how important a stop loss is? Even like it just changes the whole game. Like instead of you losing your whole balance, and this can be one Bitcoin, instead of you losing one Bitcoin, you're gonna lose 57% on 100x leverage. Now this is all just examples. You obviously don't want to use 100x leverage on one Bitcoin unless you're like, you got your whole plan figured out, you have your stop loss figured out, you're willing to take that risk, and you think it's going to be a good outcome. And yeah, but that's up for you guys to decide. That's my tutorial for Bybit. I hope you guys enjoyed. Now we could get out of here. I showed you guys all the little goodies on Bybit. Let me see if we're zoomed out. Yeah, we are zoomed out. Okay, now giveaway time. So in order for you guys to win, let me get rid of this right here. I'll take the little loss for the video. Okay, let's talk giveaway. Okay, so I am doing a $100 Bitcoin giveaway. The winner will be announced next Sunday on a live stream on YouTube. All you have to do is like, comment, subscribe, and follow my Twitter, which is Mr. Influenced YT. I will leave a link in the description. And yeah, just shoot a comment under this video, and you have the opportunity to win $100. As easy as that. Like, comment, subscribe on my YouTube, and follow my Twitter. That's all you got to do. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.